Hey, and welcome to the great Fuzz Off of 2014. A little early, but hey. So I thought it would be fun. These are 4 fuzz pedals that I've built. None of them are commercially, really available units. I've got a Fender Mini Strat with stock microphonic pickups. Playing through, this is an amp pack. It's a Roland Microcube that goes line out to Class D 2 by 25 watt amp board, and then there's 2 Jensen Mod 6-inch speakers. I've got this set to the JC Clean setting, which is Roland's emulation of their own JC 120. The gain is all the way down, volume's just cracked open a little bit. I got a smidgen of reverb, and the tone is all the way opened up. Excuse me. They voiced the Microcube heavy on the bass side because it's a miniature speaker. So I find that with this configuration, it sounds perfect with the tone turned all the way up. Anyway, what I plan to do is, we got 4 units. I'll briefly talk about each one before the test. I'll try to play the same notes, and then maybe you could pick the winner, pick your favorite, or make some comments. Along the way, I might make some observations about each individual pedal. Starting the first pedal that we'll be testing is a germanium fuzz face with a Russian transistor in Q1 and then a Japanese
2SB178 in Q2. Now the gain on Q1 was 70 with 0.100 leakage, and Q2 was 130 with 0.200 leakage, around there.
Japanese. Thank you very much, Pink Jimi Photon, for the Russian transistor, the MN16B. Q2, the Matsuisha transistor, I scavenged it out of a Zenith table radio, I think. So this is a PCB that I bought from Guitar PCB. Bruce, I believe, is the gentleman, and it has a charge pump in it. It's pretty much stock. There's a couple of real low-value caps to quiet up a little bit, and then there's a bias trimmer, which is, it's a little hot. I think it's set around 4.7 was what I ended up biasing it to, but it's all stock design. So I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll hear what this pumped up fuzz face sounds like. Okay, before we get started, I probably should mention that I am using the same 9-volt battery for each of the pedals. It's a little low. It's about 8.3 volts or something like that. So here is contestant number 1, our fuzz face with germanium transistors. Contestant number 2. This is a Baldwin Burns Buzz-alike. This is the mictester version that has an op amp in first stages and a single germanium transistor in stage 3. I think it's AC 176. Was that it, honey?
Yes.
Okay. And it was I think it was around 100, something like that. Contestant number 3. This is a Color Sound 1-knob fuzz clone that has, I think it's BC 108 or BC 109 transistors. This is a silicon. Those silicon transistors are much more stable. They power in the standard, less issues with these. You can power them easily, and they're really cheap. They cost like a nickel as opposed to like $5 and up. So here's the silicon one knob fuzz. Pedal number 4, this is our last contestant. This is the petey two-finger high gain fuzz. I slapped this thing together myself, and I'm going to cheat. I'm going to play it with the gain knob on 3/4, and then I'm going to reach over and turn it all the way up so you can kind of hear it in two different sounds. Now at this point I wanted to do a hum test, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn everything on the pedals all the way up, and I'm going to turn the guitar all the way up. Try to hold the guitar in the same spot. We'll listen to the hum. So this is PD2 high gain fuzz maximum hum. This is the color sound one knob fuzz. This is the mictesters Baldwin Burns Buzz-alike. That's a mouthful, that pedal name. And here is the guitar PCB pumped up fuzz face. So, it sounded to me like the pumped up fuzz face had a little bit more hum. I'm not exactly sure why that is. In the directions for that pedal, it said install these capacitors if there's noise. I went ahead and installed them because I do not like noise. I tried out well over 24 transistors. I tested all my transistors for gain and leakage, and that was kind of an extensive process. And you know, I really couldn't, it seemed to me that the transistors that were the best as far as low leakage and the right gain, the better they were, the closer they were to what sounded good and what was good on the test results I had, there would actually be a little bit more hum. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. I think that might just be a fact of life with that circuit. Could be that I just don't have the right transistors, but pretty sure that's what's going on. Another interesting thing, I wanted to demonstrate this real quick as a little sidebar, interesting fact. They say that fuzz faces don't sound good if you have a pedal with a buffer in front of them. So let's find out. Let's go ahead and demonstrate the tonal differences between a fuzz face going straight in, and then I got a Digitech Bad Monkey that is a buffered pedal. Let's see, can we hear any difference? Yeah, it's off. Now we'll just unplug it and go straight in. So, not sure how much of that's picking up on the camera, but it certainly does sound different and not good with the buffered pedal in front of it. And that, I have to stress, this is not on. It's off. It's just that there's a buffer in the circuit because it's not true bypass. It's a buffered switching system. And unfortunately, it's a fact of life with these fuzz face pedals, the germanium ones, they like to be first in your signal chain. They go, you know, first pedal out of the box is the fuzz face. So that's going to be something I'm going to be trying to figure out. Thanks to Bruce and Guitar PCB, I'm thrilled to be able to have a charge pumped fuzz face, and I'm lucky enough to have the germanium transistors in it. Pedal sounds good to me. I really like this. Thank you to mictester. This is supposedly Robert Fripp used this. It's flexible too. You can get like a kind of a modern distortion tone like Blonde Grammy was talking about, and it does all the way down to a little bit more versatile sounds on the fuzz end of things, as opposed to what I'm hearing out of, you know, I'm no expert. I don't have the original pedal, so I'm talking about clones. And goodness sakes, this isn't even a real buzzaround. You know, the real buzzaround uses 3 germaniums, but I'm extremely happy with this. And I'm curious, is that going to be more stable when it comes to the temperature because there's only 1 germanium? So if there's any, you know, I make my videos for beginners. If there's any pros watching this and you got any advice on how to quiet them up or how to make them more stable. We play outside in the summertime with my family band. If you want to share any of your tips on germanium transistors, links, other videos, whatever, I thought this would be a fun, quick shootout, fuzz off, and it gave me a chance to show off the this was like the first pedal I did. I breadboarded some circuits and I consistently was changing every component. It took me a long time. I went through a lot of different combinations of stuff, and when I settled on what the best combination of parts for those circuits were, I boxed it up, and I'm thrilled now that I have built more fuzz pedals and I have like the real deal fuzz face with decent transistors in it. Let me know what you think. You heard the video. So let me know how much of a goof I am, how much I am this and yes. Anyway, thank you for joining me for the great Fuzz Off of 2014, and special thanks to mictester. I really do appreciate your work. This is fantastic that I was able to get this going. I had the wrong transistor at first. It sat around for a while, and I finally got it going, so I'm absolutely thrilled. And I'm going to be burning and buzzing around with my mictester buzz-alike And also Bruce at Guitar PCB, good luck with your business, buddy. Looking forward to seeing some great things from you in the future. So, without further ado, peace and keep on